Hey guys, it's Chris Lopez from Kettlebell Workouts.com, and one of the most frequent questions that I get is how do I prevent my kettlebell from banging into my wrist when I do a kettlebell snatch? I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that I've been taught on how to make sure that happens so that you're going into a smooth transition into your kettlebell snatch. So I've got my kettlebell down here, and one of the main things that I really want to do is what's called taming the art. That's a phrase used by Pavel, who's been a kettlebell pioneer since, I think, 2000. What that means is when you're snatching or when you're cleaning the kettlebell, you want to make sure that it's not coming too far out in front of you, because what you'll notice is if it travels too far, then when it's time for you to finish up at the top, it'll flip over and bang you into the wrist. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to move our arm around the kettlebell. I'm thinking about punching up straight to the ceiling. So we're going to actually high pull and then punch to the ceiling so that our wrist is almost moving around the kettlebell. That will limit the amount of banging on that wrist. So, getting a good pre-swing. Remember, you got to keep your back nice and arched, using your glutes to initiate the movement to be able to get that kettlebell up. So it's going to be a lot of hip extension. From here, I'm going to bring it up. We're going to think high pull and then punch. So if you'll notice, there's minimal banging on my wrist when I'm doing that. A couple of ways to train yourself to do that is really just to start off with a high pull. So from the side, bracing, and then pull high. Once you get comfortable with that high pull, then you can start finishing the full movement. Another point when you're doing a snatch is how you finish. You want to make sure that you're finishing straight up and almost where your arm is a little bit further back than your head. So you're using a lot of shoulder mobility to get that weight up and finish. So squeezing the shoulder blades, keeping the shoulder in the socket, and finishing nice and high. So again on the left side, swing through, high pull, punch. And that's how to do a kettlebell snatch. I'm Chris Lopez from KettlebellWorkouts.com. Have a great day.